All right, folks. Those are my dogs in the background right now, so if you guys hear any sort of commotion, hopefully it'll stop very soon. But we are here today for the Johnsonville 180 at Road America, full race coverage here on NASCAR Heat 4, race 23 of 33 on the season. So we only have 10 races to go on the year and only 3 races before the playoffs after this one. So things are heating up in the regular season. Qualified 19th, and I'm going to start 18th in this race. And so here we go. We're going to get set to go. I was having a lot of audio troubles. Well, not necessarily audio troubles, but just disconnection troubles over the last couple weeks. So that is why I have not been able to broadcast. Last episode was at Bristol in the Xfinity Series, and that was a nightmare as far as the disconnection was concerned. Hopefully we got it fixed, and we're set to go with no issues here this afternoon. So green flag in the air at Road America, only 45 laps in this road course race, sending it on the first lap already 3 wide for third. And look at it, still side by side for the lead between Noah Gragson and Austin Cindric going into turn number 2, and just like that we go from 18th all the way to first on the opening lap of the race. Really charging hard. Cole Custer going to race hard for the win here. We know Austin Cindric's going to be one of the ones to beat. Can run about 17 to 18 laps on a full tank of fuel here at Road America. It is a 4-mile racetrack, a 4-mile road course. Holding our ground pretty well here for the start. To see if we can lead the opening lap of the race. So we knew the qualifying speed wasn't there, but we'll see if the race trim speed will be there. As once again here on just the opening lap, we're trying to hold our own on Austin Cindric. And Cindric's going to dive on down to the inside as we try to side draft off of him. Not going to work though. Cindric's got the lead, and now braking hard and almost into the wall. We lost quite a bit of ground. Only a few corners to go on the racetrack here this lap.
Careful, still there. All clear.
Lap 1, still though from the start, that is pretty good. 44 laps to go. Braking hard into the first turn there on a sharp right-hander. Another sharp right-hander coming up right here. Got to make sure we can try to beat Austin Cindric back to the gas. It's not going to happen this time. Alright, we are back trying to brake hard into the back of Austin Cindric. A little bit of a bump. He gets squirrely and the bump and run will work. We did not lead the first lap of the race. We were second, but we drove it hard to try and get him right back. What a bump and run that was to get around Austin Cindric, and Noah Gragson quickly was able to close the door. And in fact, Gragson got up to second pretty quickly. So Cindric loses a couple positions there, and now Noah Gregson's going to close into our back bumper. Here he comes. Left a little bit of a door open for him there, but we're going to block him off, and that's going to allow Cindric to pull alongside Gregson here. Gregson's got the advantage coming into this next corner. So we make sure we don't overrun it just like we did on the opening lap of the race. This lap was ran a lot cleaner and a lot better than the opening lap, and just like that, we are to the lead, a half-second lead on Noah Gragson. We've just led our first lap of the race. No. Oh, way wide now into the next set of corners. Nevertheless, though, we're going to have to try and get it going here. We were at least able to get right back on the racetrack here in this Ford GT Mustang for Stuart Haas Racing. Trying to close the gap on Tyler Reddick here for 5th. Crazy how it only took us 2 laps, though, to get from 18th to 1st. Likely be a 2-stop race to the finish, and man, look at us going wide again. Very tough for us to keep the car on the racetrack in this one. It just has not really seemed possible. Car is very, very tight for the most part, though, and I might have to loosen it up when we have our first set of pit stops, because I mean, yeah, this car is just not handling well at all. Very difficult to try and brake and get into the corners just with how tight it is, whether you're making a right-hand turn or a left-hand turn. And pretty much any corner of the racetrack. It's a very high-speed road course. Of course, you're going to have that when it's as long as it is to be in a 4-mile racetrack. And again, you can just see right there, we're very tough to keep all 4 tires on the racetrack in most of these corners. Even right there. Probably should have downshifted a little early, but still, I mean, you would think that car would be able to handle well enough. But of course, again, part of the reason why we didn't make it into round 2 of qualifying. Look at how wide we're going on this turn. Very hard to just keep it off the wall. We've really only nailed that corner 1 lap in this race. About a 1.5 seconds advantage on 7th place Chase Briscoe. 41 laps to go, only on lap 5 of this race. Very hard on the brakes here at Road America just because of how high of speed you carry into such sharp corners of this racetrack. At that point right now where obviously I'm just trying to last as long as possible here to make it into the pits before I take that first pit stop of the race. Same time obviously trying to hold off Briscoe here. So again, every point matters so much. Hard into this right-hander. Again, we go wide. Just, again, very tough to keep this car on the racetrack. Dealing with a very tight car here. So we are not able to hang with the top 5 despite leading lap 2. First probably 3 laps for the best 3 laps, and after that, it just feels like this car is just junk. Whoa, Briscoe! Side drafting hard as well as I am now here. Gonna have the advantage into the sharp left-hander, and now gonna get back around him. Definitely a decent amount of passing opportunities on this racetrack. With it being 4 miles long, but well, there we go again. Briscoe side drafting hard. Can we get him back? It's going to get very tight. He's going to outbrake one another. Standing on the throttle now to get back in front of him. We're going to fend him off. And us racing with each other, we're really losing Tyler Reddick from 5th. 39 laps to go. Still 11 laps yet until we reach our first pit stops of the race. Tommy Joe Martin's starting to close in here on both of us. He's only 2 seconds back of me, and a little less than 2 seconds back of Chase Briscoe in 7th. Oh, broke a little late into that corner. Using all the racetrack though. Back to the gas. Into turn 4. Short little right-hander in 5. Turn 6 is going to be another sharp left-hander. One of 3 sharp left-hand turns on the racetrack. We definitely have a top 10 car in this one, but top 5 might be a little bit different of a story. Really pulled away through those last couple corners on Briscoe. Probably the best I ran that left-hand corner all day. Really pulled multiple car lengths away for Briscoe in the process. road course races are usually pretty short in a lap's time from start to finish, and as you can see, with it being only a 45 lap race, despite running a full race, it's only 180 miles. When will the leaders hit lap traffic in this one? Because once that happens as well, we'll definitely gain a lot of time. I got through the lap traffic pretty well in qualifying. And that was part of... See, I'm obviously a top 10. I have a top 10 car, but we probably should have made round 2. That would have made driving through the field even easier than what it was when we made it. But we were able to at least lead lap 2, but... we got 2 to lead within the first 2 corners. Oh, pushing it really hard down.
Right side.
And here comes Briscoe. There's contact between Cole Custer and Chase Briscoe. We're able to stay on in front. Briscoe tried the bump and run. It didn't work that time. Remember, I used it on Cindric on the second lap to take the lead and lead that lap eventually. And now Briscoe will get on by, and now Tommy Joe Martins will close in. And the 3-car battle for 6th is on. Briscoe spins the tires a little bit. Now here we come. Really pulling to the inside. Hard braking zone. Gonna get back around him. He's gonna try a crossover move, but we block him here down this long front straightaway. Longest straightaway on the racetrack. And we're back to 6th again by the end of the lap.
Right side. You got room. You're clear.
Will Briscoe try another bump and run to get back around me again? I passed him back pretty cleanly though. Still definitely going to loosen this race car up though when we take our first pit stop of the day, whether we get a caution to bring us onto pit road or if we stay green. So I just think that's going to be my best chance to compete with these guys. I'll probably bring it onto pit road before it looks like I'm running low on fuel, just because I'm in that much desperate need. We'll still be able to stay on a 2-stop strategy to the end of the race with doing that as well, at least if we only do that once, maybe even twice. And 34% tire wear left on the left front. Ten laps complete now. And after we conclude this lap, we'll already be a quarter of the way through the race. Only 21 seconds back from Noah Gragson. I say only, that's a lot of time, and we're obviously not going to close the gap that quickly on him. But on a racetrack that takes well over 2 minutes to get around, with it being 4 miles long and it being a road course, 21 seconds is not that big of a differential. I still don't think. A little bit of a wheel hop there. Accidentally dropped it to first gear, but we're good. Briscoe had no chance to even think about making a move on us that corner. He's going to try it here, and he's still not going to quite make it to our corner panel to side draft off of us. And a lot of that had to do because of the corner before. When will we pit will be the question. We'll stay out at least one more lap again. Only on lap 12. Heh. Wide there. Briscoe able to close to the back bumper once again. There's a good chance at this point in the run he is probably faster than I am. Hopefully we get this car into being a top 5 competitive race car at minimum once we are able to make a pit stop. How about that? The lead down to 13 seconds now, and here comes Briscoe. Contact is made. We're battling hard here for the 6th position.
You got room. You're clear.
To see who will get the advantage before lap traffic will come. Oh, a little sideways. Gonna keep it going. And I think now is going to be the best time to bring it onto pit road, so here we go.
Slow down.
40 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. Not entirely sure. There we go. Okay, I was trying to figure out where the commitment line was. So on pit road for the first time today now.
No. No, no, no. No. Will you?
No. What a part.
Are you on your period now? Maybe I just said, I don't get it. Do you not see me in warm up how many shots I make? Huh? Why can't I do that in a game? I'm taking your shots out. And then once I get done finishing, I just go to your house so we can hang out for a little bit. Can you say something?
Clear of the pit, hammer down. Left side. All clear. Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there. Clear to the
We
right.
get around 2 cars there going into that sharp left-hander in turn 3.
Right side. All right, you're clear there.
Quickly able to get back to 11th after the pit stop. We didn't lose that many spots on pit road. We went from 6th to 13th. We quickly got back up to 11th. And the rest of the leaders are going to have to come down onto pit road yet. We did make a little bit of a wedge adjustment after that 4-tire stop as well. We took a half round of wedge out of the car to try and loosen it up, and we might take another half round here next time we come onto pit road. Put it out there. Put it out there. Probably the best. I just ran that corner the entire race. This car does seem a little bit faster after that wedge adjustment. Trying to see how much I can gain on Justin Healy, just less than 20 seconds back of him right now. And again, he's going to have to pit. And I don't see myself losing any spots from pit road by the time the rest of the field ends up coming into pit. But we'll see if we can gain any positions here rather than just flatlining and coming back out in 6th. Noah Gragson has led a lot of laps in this race. Austin Cindric led the first lap. I led the second. Noah Gragson has led every lap since. Accidentally dropped at the first gear there, that last corner, but it didn't really hurt anything. Obviously, we won the first road course race of the season at Watkins Glen. This is the third and final road course race of the regular season. We still have one more in a few races, or in about 4 or 5 races, and that's at the Charlotte Roval, but that's not until the playoffs. That should be a pretty fun race as well. Chase Briscoe on pit road. We're going to get around him here. He's making his first pit stop of the race, and now only 30 laps to go here at Road America. Only 16 seconds behind Justin Haley right now. And again, of course, we got around Chase Briscoe pretty easily after that pit stop. And it just makes me wonder, I mean, he's quite a ways back on the racetrack from where I was at. I've had a lot of open traffic, have not ran into lap traffic at all in this race, as I pit just before we got into the lap traffic, which I thought was like the perfect time for me to pit. And not only that, but also I haven't had to hit lap traffic since I came out of the pits yet either, so just passed two of the cars that were just ahead of me within the opening lap of me coming out of the pits with having fresher tires. Passed Briscoe when he was on pit road, so I didn't even pass him on the track. Don't forget, Briscoe was right on my back bumper when I came out of the pits, and now he's more than 15 seconds behind me. Justin Haley on pit road now, as well as Michael Annette. We're going to get around both of them, as well as Greg Golding. And we're up into 4th now. Up to 2nd. So short pitting is looking like it's going to work to help us take the lead here at Road America. Well, not quite, actually, as Noah Gregson's still 3.5 seconds ahead, but we're up to 2nd. Still some drivers behind us here that have to pit yet, but... So we went from 6th to 2nd with short pitting there. 3.5 seconds back of the race lead of Noah Gregson. Again, though, we've only led 1 lap in this race. Just got to keep running my own race. Don't want to make a mistake like I did. Made 2 mistakes in this race. One to lose the lead, fall back to 2nd on lap 3, and then lap 4 I made a huge mistake. I actually went off the racetrack into the sand, only cost me a few spots, fell back to 6th and held on to 6th the rest of the way, but look at this, 3 lap cars just in front of Noah Gregson right now. And that could cost him a ton of time. The lead is now vanishing. Less than 2 seconds ahead now is Noah Gregson. We are hard charging on the lap car of Matt Mills.
Stay to your left.
We're going to get around him. No more lap cars in between me and the race leader, Noah Gregson. And here we go. We're right on him. Side by side for the lead into the final corner of the racetrack. We get around both lap cars in the process, side drafting off of Mike Harmon just to get around him. We did. We got around all 3 lap cars clean. And before Noah Gregson using the lap cars as a pick, as we lead our 2nd lap of the race and take the lead for the 2nd time today with 28 laps to go. And now Gregson. Look at him go, he's fighting hard. Trying to seal the deal and close in. Garrett Smithley having a great run in 3rd right now. And now that we're in the lead, we kind of control our own pace. Gonna have to pit way before the leaders again, but short pitting did get us back out in front. Let them deal with the lap traffic on older tires while we were running in clean air on fresh tires. Outside the top 10. So we won the Watkins Glen race in dominating fashion, led every single lap of the race, all 82 of them. Qualified 2nd, but we led every single lap. Or sorry, qualified on the pole. Qualified 2nd in the Cup race there, and
Right side.
ended up finishing 3rd. Or sorry, no, we ended up winning that race. My bad. We won that race as well as we won the Xfinity race at Watkins Glen. Finished 2nd at Mid-Ohio. But now we have a caution for the first time today. Our first yellow of the race with 28 laps to go. Now we could choose to pit, but we're going to restart way back in the field if we do that. Gonna elect to stay out. And we will have 25 laps to go when we go green. Gonna keep the track position. I feel like that is going to be key in this one. We can't make it on one stop to the finish if I were to pit under caution, so I stayed out. And now here we go. Green flag in the air once again here at Road America. 25 laps to go. Only led 2 laps under green flag in this one, but we'll see now on the restart without lap traffic how we can stay in front of the rest of the field. Gregson quickly able to hold clear of 2nd. So he has no real challenge from behind. And with the field all bunched up once again, this is where things are going to get really good. Only one driver is DNF'd in this race. We are almost halfway done, just a couple laps away from getting to that point already. We can still pit up to 3 times. And here he comes. Gregson is quickly close to the back bumper of my car here towards the end of the opening lap off the restart. And how fast is Austin Cindric in third? He led the opening lap of the race. He qualified on the pole. Does he have anything for either of us if he can get the second and possibly even get back to the lead? When I led my first lap of the race on lap 2, I had a bump and run on him to get around him, but not only I got around him, but so did Noah Gragson. Gregson was able to stay ahead of him the rest of the way. What? Where do I put it?
I'm gonna be leaving once I get done and I'm showering and everything else. These cats in the water. I'll be
Where is he going?
to the gas station and catching water.
we go onto the second longest straightaway on the racetrack now. Trying to hold strong and hold on to the lead on Noah Gregson, who is definitely coming in hot. It could strike and pass us here at any moment. Gregson all over our back bumper, a little bit of a wheel spin. And that's going to hurt his chances of doing so. Gregson's in that point where how hard does he want to run to try and pass us? Or does he just try to protect what he's got? And now side by side for the lead. There's slight contact.
All right, you're clear.
Here between Gregson and Custer. Now into the next turn, trying to push the limit here, really throwing it in deep, and there's more contact. So we both go wide. And that's going to allow Cindric to get up to second, as well as I'm able to hold on to the lead. To come around and lead another circuit here at Road America. "23 laps to go." Noah Gregson quickly over second back now, the race lead. And that might really be more telling than anything else in this race as far as who's got the faster car between him and Cindric. It just seems to be like it's Austin Cindric who has the better car in this one. Oh, gonna go way wide here. Trying to keep it going on the racetrack. That'll allow Cindric to pull alongside. Still side by side into the next corner. It's gonna get very tight into the final corner of the racetrack. Trying to outbrake him and slide in front. Wow, what a block thrown on Austin Cindric. Couldn't have ran that corner any better. Having the worst angle into the corner than what I did. Going all over the place here, trying to hold on to my position and hold on to the lead. It's going to be a long last little over 20 laps in this race to try and hold on. We are past halfway. We are past the cross flags lap. Once we cross the start-finish line, this last time, as far as the race car goes, handling wise, I think I'm just going to keep the same adjustment. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's definitely not its best, but I'm scared to get too loose on the final run of the race, going another half round of wedge. And the speed in that 22 car, you're seeing two Ford Mustangs go at it right now here on a road course. We saw Austin Cindric win at Mid-Ohio. I got the win at Watkins Glen when Cindric finished second. Who will take a 2-1 series lead between us as far as the road courses go? Once again, the final road course race of the regular season here. And we got the two drivers that finished first and second in both races, duking it out for the win once again. Still plenty of time for Noah Gragson to even get back into it again if he gets himself a chance. He can get right back up here. Look at Cindric right there. All over us. Just gotta wait and see if Cindric will ever give us a bump and run. Cindric has raced clean here throughout the day, despite the fact I bump and ran him on lap 2 to take the lead early on. He might be waiting on it, but he can't wait too much longer, or he might end up losing second place to Noah Gragson. Here he comes. Nope, another block made. It's been a pretty fun race here throughout. Gotta say, a little bit of commotion earlier with the audio, but we're good to the end.
Laps to go.
20 laps to go now. I've run my fastest lap ever in this race here at Road America, and that was very close as far as lap times go to my fastest lap ever, that last lap. And I don't think it'll be this lap, but I think the next lap, our tires are going to get very, very worn out. We can only run about another 5 laps on this tank of fuel before we have to pit anyway, but I think this is going to be my longest, the longest I'm going to stretch the fuel tank here in the race is right here on this run. We got to make sure we take care of the tires late in the run. What ended up happening at Mid-Ohio, we couldn't come back from it, and now we might go a little wide here, using all the racetracks, staying on the track though. We're able to stay in front of Cindric. But now Cindric dive bombs to the inside, and now we're side by side for the lead.
Right side.
Slight contact with Austin Cindric. More contact here as we try to side draft off of each other. Oh man, into the wall, and now Noah Gragson takes the lead. Garrett Smithley's back in the mix. Oh man, a little too hard into the next corner.
Yellow's out.
Caution is out for the second time. And we're going to get a break. Something happened further back in the field. Unbelievable. Looks like Ray Black Jr. brought out that last caution. If I pit now, I will be right at the edge of the fuel window. So I'm going to stay out with the rest of the field here. And this is going to make for a chaotic restart late.
We're going green.
Into this green flag, well, not green flag run, but late into this fuel run. Green flag back in the air here at Road America. 3 wide on the restart. Only 17 laps to go.
All right.
And we're going to clear everybody for the race lead before we get into turn 1. Oh, these tires are about shot. Not much grip and tire wear left in them. Gonna see a lot of sliding and a lot of wheel spins here for these final few laps before we come on to pit road. We would have been right on the edge of the pit window if we pit right there. Hopefully we can run another 2 to 3 laps and then bring it on to pit road. We won't have to worry about losing a lap. Again, this is a 4-mile road course. Very long racetrack. Over 2 minutes just to get around this place. Trying to pedal through the throttle and almost kind of take it easy getting back into the gas as well as getting on the brakes. Just do not want the tires to slide in any of these corners. Cost valuable time as well as wear the tires out even more corner after corner. Austin Cindric only a couple car lengths back in the lead. Gregson quickly a second back off the restart, but we know this is probably going to be a race between me and Cindric. Oh, going to go a little wide. And Cindric is going to take the lead after that mistake. We'll see if we can get him back in the next couple corners. Oh, more of a power slide. What a save. Had to get out of the gas though. Yeah, we're gonna have to pit. We are gonna have to pit this time, unfortunately.
Right side.
Got to get onto the access road, and that costed us time with
Slow down.
another driver kind of costing us time. So we're on to pit road here. Still right at the edge of the pit window, and that might have been a mistake as far as the fact my tires were shot. Probably should have pit under caution, but we do save a lap, so it's not terrible. And we'll see how much a lap saved will be. Not going to make a wedge adjustment this time. Going to try to get the fastest pit stop possible. This time is ever so precious at this point in the race. And we're going to get back out there.
Clear of the pits, hammer down.
So we're going to have 4 fresh tires. And a lot of open room to run on this racetrack now. The rest of the leaders are probably going to come onto pit road here within the next 5 to 10 laps as well. They cannot make it. Ray Black Jr. is the only one that pit under that caution. I don't even know if he's still in the race, but if he is, which he should be actually, there's only one driver is DNF'd, and that was still the same driver that brought out the first caution. So we'll get to see Short pitting worked the first time to get up to second. And we'll see if short pitting will work this time as well, as we went into the pits in third or fourth. We were technically fourth, but would have been third if Tyler Reddick wasn't in our way of trying to get onto pit road, so we had to give him the position just so we could make it onto pit road that lap. Okay. Yep. Fifteen laps to go. Sort of a strategy race to the finish. Gonna be ever so great. Just trying to get to these lap cars as quick as possible. Cindric's got more clean air than what we do right now, but I should say, yeah, he does have a lot more clean air than we do right now. We close in on the back of this pack, but we've got fresh tires, so we'll see. So a problem as well here being on the edge of the fuel run. Obviously you saw how badly this car handled being in that situation and in that predicament. The end of a tire run before, so hopefully the last couple laps of this race will not be as bad as that was, but I have a bad feeling it probably will be. We can now see the lap cars ahead of us. Definitely closing the gap pretty quickly. I think the best thing that can happen is a caution comes out before everybody pits, because that will definitely guarantee that I will take the race lead, because I will stay out again to the end of this race. Can't worry about the lap cars in front of us. We know they're going to be there. We're just going to have to get around them as quick as possible. Some of them may be pitting here in the next few laps as well, as that could help too.
Careful, still there. Left side clear.
Pretty quickly got around Barcelo there. This is the first lap car in the way. Quickly going to get around Matt Mills with no issue.
You got room. You're clear. You got room. you're clear.
A little tougher to get around Jeffrey Earnhardt
All right,
and around
you're
Mike
clear.
Harmon easily. And once again, though, here we go. It's been a great race, thanks to those who have watched periodically, and hopefully we get
Yellow's out,
more
back it
views
out.
before the end. Caution is out with 13 laps to go. As we get our third caution of the race now. And that will set up an interesting one to the finish. So I'm going to stay out. The last driver on the lead lap currently. But I'm the only driver that pit. Everybody else will come on the pit road now. So we will have 10 laps to go when we go green. Well, interesting tire strategy there. Chase Briscoe, Ray Black Jr., fuel only.
Keep your head on straight. Are you ready now?
Or right side tires only, rather. Green flag in the air. Here we go.
I need 10 more.
10 laps to go here at Road America.
Clear right.
Chase Briscoe, second in the point standings, entering the race. With only a couple races to go. Oh, a little bit of a mistake, and here he comes, side by side for the lead. Briscoe fighting hard. There's contact.
All right, you're clear.
What a battle. Had to make sure I had the clean air out in front. Hopefully I didn't brake too late into turn 3. No, I do not. Definitely pushing the limit, though. Gregson up to third. We'll see on fresher tires how him and Cindric will be able to work here. Will Briscoe eventually try a bump and run to possibly get to the lead? Not impossible. We had a great battle for 6th for about a good 5 to 10 lap stretch on that opening fuel run of the race. Blocking every move possible. It's a great run through that corner. Really trying to pull away now, over a 1 second lead. Entering the final turn on the track. And now uphill on the long front straightaway, the longest straightaway of the racetrack. Back to the start-finish line. As we are up to speed here at Road America. 9 laps to go in the race. Trying to win my second road course race of the season. Won at Watkins Glen, a second place finish at Mid-Ohio. I've shown great speed and great consistency on the road courses this season. So trying to do it again here. Will lap traffic get in the way before the end of the race? That will be a good question, and it'll be close on whether or not that is the case. 10 laps, but a 4-mile racetrack. Watkins Glen, it took us 8 laps to get to the lap traffic, 9 to get to the lap traffic at Mid-Ohio. We get there in 10 here at Road America. Briscoe's closed the gap again now. They're within a half second.
Right side, clear right.
Now within 2 car lengths. Using all the curbing in the racetrack. Every corner possible. Trying to outbrake him as well as beat him back to the gas. And there goes Briscoe. To her corner panel side by side. Gonna block him off though. And now here comes Noah Gregson. A faster driver on 4 fresh tires. Trying to get around Briscoe, but it didn't work that time. Look at Briscoe go. 8 laps left. Just over a half-second lead. Just trying to hold on at this point. Definitely was not a good corner for him to beat me on here onto the second longest straightaway of the racetrack. Gregson closes the gap on second place driver though that time. Austin Cindric still in 4th. And how about Ray Black Jr. on the 2 fresh tires still hanging in the top 5 and 5th. Shows how hard it is to pass on road courses. Despite how long of a racetrack and how high of speeds you are running. Briscoe is there. 3 more corners to go this lap, and we might go a little wide. We did. We're able to easily stay in front of him, though. We're able to beat him back to the gas. Briscoe all over the back bumper as we come across to the start-finish line once again. 7 laps to go at Road America. Noah Gregson. Top 3 all bumper to bumper. Everybody just zigzagging on the track here, not only to pass each other, but to set guys up on certain corners to pass them on others. To outbrake them. Just any possible advantage they could get over the competitors in front, as well as behind. In cases like me, where I'm in the lead. At this point, not really even racing the racetrack. Definitely probably been my best run of the race so far, and it is on this last green flag run, assumingly the last green flag run of the race. Although we never know, we could get our 4th caution at some point in time from now till the end. And here he comes trying to challenge down the outside. Briscoe right there. And trying to hold on.
Left side.
Briscoe coming on strong.
Right side.
And here he comes. Side by side for the lead. Door to door to the start-finish line. Who's going to lead the lap? Briscoe leads the lap. 6 to go. Side drifting off one another. Noah Gregson right behind, waiting for one of us, if not both of us, to make a mistake. We outbreak him into the corner. We're going to hang on to the lead here at Road America. And now Cindric is in the mix. Cindric side by side for third. Accidentally dropped into first gear there. Spun the tires a little bit in turn 2, but we're going to keep it going. Cindric, though, was not able to get around Gregson. Nobody changed positions on the racetrack through the top 4 in the last half a lap of racing. Definitely seeming like it's going to come down to the last lap of the race no matter what happens. Top 4 all within a second here. No lap traffic in sight, at least not yet. Wide, staying in the gas, keeping it going. And we are almost there. To the line this time, 5 laps to go. And we're back in the lead for the 4th time today here at Road America. Half-second lead on Chase Briscoe. Down towards that inside wall, trying to break the draft however we can. What a great run we are having. Here in the great state of Wisconsin. Briscoe all over our back bumper. Oh, we're on the brakes a little late. Taking the corner sharper. Still out in front. Oh, now we go a little wide in turn 4. Briscoe gets alongside. Crossover move by Briscoe. Into the lead. Oh, gonna run very sharply into the corner. Another crossover move, this time by Custer to hold on to the lead. Racing hard and racing clean with Briscoe. Oh my goodness, almost touched, but not quite that time. Here he comes again, another block by Custer. He's trying to stay in the gas at this point. Noah Gregson. Top 4 all within 0.7 of a second. Two more turns to go this lap. Time is running out, but at the same time, we still got a lot of time, knowing that this is a 4-mile racetrack as we are coming to the line for 4 laps to go. $16 miles remain. Will we stay green to the finish? A lot of questions still to be asked and answered. Don't forget, most of these guys are on fresher tires. Briscoe, 2 fresh tires versus what I've got. Gregson and Cindric in 3rd and 4th have 4 fresh tires. Ray Black Jr. 5th on 2, but he's seemingly out of it unless we get into a big wreck. Out in front, but racing as hard as we have in this one, it is not impossible for that to happen. Oh, gonna run a little wide again. Keeping it on the track, but Briscoe's right there. As well as Gregson just behind him. Minimal amount of mistakes in this race today. Just like at Mid-Ohio, we didn't make any mistakes in the race we won at Watkins Glen. And Mid-Ohio, we finished second. Came up just a little bit short, getting past with 2 to go. But now here comes Briscoe. He's a great road course racer, along with Cindric, who was in 4th. Cindric won the Mid-Ohio race 2 races ago. No shot to get us this lap. We're going to come to the line this time. 3 laps to go now at Road America. Out to a 1 second lead on Briscoe. Cindric 2 seconds behind in 4th. He's running out of time. Still 2 cars in between us. 32% tire wear left on that left front tire. Once that gets down to 20%, we know it's going to be a hard time trying to hold on to the car to the finish. We've had that problem twice in this race towards the end of a tire run. We will make it on fuel to the end for sure. We can go multiple overtimes and we'll be fine. Saying a lot on a 4-mile road course. Very tough to save fuel on this racetrack. So everybody's good on fuel to the end. Will Briscoe get to our back bumper and use his front bumper to our back bumper to move us out of the way and possibly give us a bump and run? That might be his only chance to get on by, because we have not made a mistake yet on this run. Even the last 2 runs, in fact, we have not made a mistake. Not since very early. We made that 1 mistake. Short pitted, quickly got back to the lead though, and we've been fine since. Here comes Briscoe. Block made, almost blocking him into the wall. Both of us gonna do whatever it takes. To the line this time, here we go. 2 laps to go at Road America. Just under 1 second lead on Briscoe. Only about 4 car lengths back. The tires will last to the finish, but they are going to be very worn out here for about the last lap and a half. We just try to get out to any advantage we possibly can. Look at that. Once it gets down to 20% tire wear on that left front tire, it's going to be hard to even hang on to the race car. So we'll keep an eye on that with the top left corner of the screen. Again, hopefully the tires last as long as they possibly can, for our sake. The more right-hand turns we make, the more of a chance it's gonna, compared to the left-hand turns, the more it's gonna wear out on us. Briscoe right there. Down to 20% now. Look at the tires sliding. If we get to the white flag, the next flag is going to end the race, whether it is the yellow or the checker. So here we go. We're going to get there. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go at Road America. Who will win? Will it be Custer? Will it be Briscoe? Can Gregson or Cindric pull off a huge miracle from 3rd and 4th here on this road course race? Any one of the top 4 still in it. Into turn 1, so far so good. Pedaling through the gas, here comes Briscoe, closing into the back bumper very quickly. We're 2 turns into the final lap here, about 3 miles to go. Gregson all over the back bumper of Briscoe. Trying not to slide the tires. Hard braking zone here for these next couple corners. We got through that one. Trying to do the same here. Just trying to hang on to the race car. We're at the point now we're going to do. We will use the bumper if we have to. More than just the bumper. Oh no, we locked the tires up. Keeping it on the racetrack. Oh no. What a tough break. Briscoe's going to get around us with only a few corners to go. Unbelievable, but it's not over yet. 3 corners left on the racetrack. Briscoe pulling ahead. We're going to have to go hard into this braking zone. And we do! Contact made! Sliding into the wall! Briscoe's off the racetrack. Gregson's going to try to pull alongside of him. We gave it our all into that 3rd to last corner of the racetrack. And Noah Gregson from 3rd to 1st. 1 corner to go. Can he hold on to the lead? Down the longest straightaway back to the start-finish line. Checker flag in the air. Gregson wins it at Road America. On the final lap of the race, he goes from 3rd to 1st. As we fall back to 8th at the finish. Noah Gregson pulls off the victory. Briscoe hangs on to 2nd. What looked like he may have won. Unbelievable finish. A classic here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the Johnsonville 180. Led every lap of that final run of the race in the last 10 laps except for that final lap as we go from 1st to 8th. So we lost the tires and really locked them up. I thought I was able to downshift when I lost the lead and then did everything I could trying to pull off a big door slam move on Briscoe, but I couldn't hold on to it. And that is going to conclude this one. Thanks for watching here. A dramatic finish in one of the best races I've had all season, pretty much from start to finish. Darlington will be the next race here for the Xfinity Series. Still waiting on the Bristol Night Race for the Cup Series, and I'll see you in the next video. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this race and or the commentary, and hit the subscribe button for more NASCAR Heat 4 and other related NASCAR content in the future. No longer having audio troubles, so we'll likely get more videos here coming up in the next few days, despite the week off. But thanks anyway. Catch you next time.